So welcome back to part two of my conversation with Kelley Stehle, and we had a bit of a technical issue, but I'm delighted, Kelley. Thank you for your patience and for sticking with it and for hanging around, because I know it is Thanksgiving and you've probably got other things to be getting on with, not least the ham that's in the oven being roasted now at the moment. But so we just finished talking about the first time that you went to see Pixies. And now we're going to go on and talk about your time in the UK. You've been over a couple of times and they've both been associated with seeing Pixies. So tell me about your trips over to the UK.
Sure. So the first time, I've always, first of all, I have these things that happen in my head. And I used to travel a lot for work, and I would always see LHR on the board at the airport. And I would think, someday I will get there, someday I will get there. So when the opportunity arose, when Adele put together the Happening Around the Hay Pixies in Manchester, and the opportunity arose to get Jim to be excited about going to England, it was not a big stretch for me to agree. So we decided to do that and brought Jacob along, of course. So he went to the show. We did not. We stayed in the hotel because, of course, it was at a nightclub and Jacob couldn't go. But we did meet everybody the evening before, and then that was there. And then the next day, we saw them for lunch before we headed out on our adventure all over your country, which was fantastic. And then the following year, Adele was getting married and had, of course, invited us, which to this day, I'm sad that we did not get to do that. Jacob was starting junior high, and the timing just wasn't right.
Sure.
And so, but then we were coming home from Reno, seeing Pixies, and they had, of course, announced the UK tour. And I told Jim we should try and do it. Jake will have a month or so in school. We could take him out. It wouldn't be a big deal. So we researched it, got some great prices on some flights. It was just, the stars aligned, and there we were again. So of course, he was with you all at the show in Plymouth, is where we started. We had Michelle Connors in tow on that trip, which was fantastic to have another lady in the car with me. And traveling with us. It was great. And then we made our way from Plymouth up to, ultimately, the most northern point we went was Inverness, and then back down for the show at Ali Pali in London, which Jacob and I did attend. That was crazy, amazing, but crazy. So, and then we closed out the trip in the country. So it was great. It was a great trip. Oh, hello.
Yeah, you just saw a little glimpse of Harley then on the table, but he's behind my laptop now. So came to say hello. So yeah, so you had a good trip. So you went up to Scotland as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Missed Lisa by a day or two. She was somewhere else. It just didn't line up for us to see any other shows besides Plymouth. Well, and
has come to say hello now. Hey, mate, come on, you can't sit there.
Harley, that's fantastic. It didn't line up for us to see any other shows besides Plymouth and London, and then ticket availability was a little tough. So, hi, Jordan.
Kelley's saying hello to you now. That's Jordan's hand.
Hello. But it was good. It was fantastic to get down to Plymouth, and you know how appropriate today is Thanksgiving, and our pilgrims, of course, launched from there.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was good to see. It was good to see the place, and then be able to see everybody that came to the room and spent an afternoon with us, which was mine and Jake's only chance. Of course, to meet everyone because we weren't going to the show. So
yeah, it was lovely of you that you hosted us all in the afternoon at the hotel in Plymouth. So it was just a really nice way to sort of meet people that we hadn't met before and do it in a nice sort of relaxed manner before the show as well. So it was great. Had you been to the UK before, either of you?
No, I prior to the first trip in 2018 when we went to Manchester, no. And I'd certainly never driven on the right side of the car code. Yeah. And so, but I'm up for anything. I'd been to other European cities, but not to the UK. And so, and Jim had not really been out of the country into Canada, I think. So, so it was him and Jake's first real international trip, which was a trip, for them. But I mean, listen, if we could move anywhere in the world, I think it would absolutely be somewhere in the UK, just because we love it. So everything about it, everything, even the food, all of the food,
Even the food.
and most especially the people, So,
but what about the terrible weather? You'd miss the sunshine there.
Oh no, the Central Coast in California. People think California is always sunny, but where I was raised on the Central Coast in California, it's very UK-like. I mean, we have fog and we have rain, and it's green and there's golf courses. So, a bit like Scotland, a little warmer, but not much. So I love, that weather is in my heart and soul. This arid desert that we live in is not. So I love the weather. I'd rather try and get warm than get cool.
Oh, okay.
For sure. So, yeah. All of it. I mean, all of it.
An excuse for you to buy lots of scarves and jumpers.
Exactly. That's right.
And what about Jim? How would Jim cope with the colder weather, do you think?
Oh, he'd be fine. He'd just put on more clothes. Yeah, he'd be okay. We're not fans of the heat. Every summer I don't know why we live here. I don't. Okay. I mean, I do, but I don't. So yeah.
So it's not one of those things you ever get used to, though, even though you're born into it. Then the hot weather.
Oh God. By August you've resigned yourself, but not used to it. No, yeah, no, I don't love all of it.
Mm. So you might be residents of the UK sometime then. That would be lovely to have you over permanently.
One can dream. One can dream.
Yeah. And Jim would be up for it as well, would he?
He wants to defect, he says.
He wants to defect. Well, at least you've got a different president coming up now anyway, so that might help a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to make anybody angry, but at all. Well, okay, I don't know if I care. Yeah, we're really thrilled about that.
When it finally happens.
Oh, waiting. Tick tock.
So what do you and Jim think about the future of Pixies and when we're through lockdown and live music's back on the scene and records are released and that again? Happy times ahead?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I think we've got a bit of a long road, unfortunately, in the world today. Sadly, our country is probably the worst at complying with things and therefore, has the worst infection rate around the world. But someday again, we'll be able to travel and someday the band will be able to plan shows. And, we look very much forward to getting back to that. We did have a chance to do a COVID socially distanced vacation road trip and go down and see the Keys as part of that. Evening Club Keys was fantastic. And so we here and there, we're able to get out and do things and whatnot when allowed. We have a curfew right now in California. Our governor's outstanding that way. And quarantine because he thought he might have gotten COVID. So, but yeah, I mean, hopefully someday soon we're all, together again. And in the meantime, we have these wonderful interviews that you're doing. So super grateful for that. Get to know more about people without being with them. So yeah.
It's been great fun doing them because I've got to meet so many wonderful people like you good selves as well. So, okay, I'm mindful that the connection still isn't brilliant. So I'm going to cut to my last question. And actually, I didn't ask Jim this when I interviewed Jim. So now's Jim's chance as well. So there you are, both of you on stage in a dream. There you are, hand in hand, naked on stage. Which Pixies song are you going to sing for us?
Oh, Lord.
I'll say it because I've heard this question before. And so I looked around and listened around and thought, what would it be? And for me, it would be Blue-Eyed Hex which
Okay.
Jim was astounded by. But I'm thinking, if I'm on stage naked, I'm also going to be singing like something really crazy, right? So for me, it's Blue Eyed Hex.
If I had to sing a song, if I was forced to sing a song, and I would slaughter it because I can't sing,
Same.
I would do Cactus because it would be the most simplest song to sing.
Well, he's going safe. Cactus, safe.
Okay. Two good
Easy,
choices.
apparently.
Two good choices. Kelley and Jim in the background, thank you so much for your time this afternoon or this evening, as it is for me, and your patience. We love you dearly, we really do, and we can't wait to see the pair of you again. Hopefully, either we'll come over to you or you come over to us, and we'll have some more good times together. Okay.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, Andrew. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, and thank you for your patience with the IT, the technology difficulties. So
well, thank you. Thank you for your patience. So I appreciate that.
Happy Thanksgiving to the pair of you, and to your mum, and say hi to Jacob as well, won't you? Okay, guys. Lovely to see you. Take care. Bye.
Bye.